Alright guys, welcome back to the Cole and Tabor podcast. We are here to talk about the Kung Fu Panda series. And really only that. But it's 4 movies, so got plenty to talk about, I would think.
Hopefully. I mean, they are...
Hopefully.
Without reviewing them already, they are... I don't got anything.
Movies.
Yep. They are children's movies.
Films. Yeah?
I stuck that landing, I'll say that. Okay, do we start with the obvious first one, or do we jump into the third one?
Ooh, let's do this. Let's tell me which one was the best one. Which was your favorite, and then we'll review 1 through 4 from there.
I think I would probably just stick with the first one being my favorite.
Same.
Okay. I mean, I think that's the obvious answer just because it lays all the groundwork out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything else, which is how these DreamWorks movies seems to go.
Yeah.
Well, how movies seem to go, I guess, is the real.
True that. I got something.
Yeah. Let me hear it.
DreamWorks sucks. I'm just kidding.
Damn, bro, that's a take and a half. You Pixar loving
Illumination all the way, dude.
Yeah.
No, no, Pixar if anything. DreamWorks is pretty good though. I don't know. DreamWorks is good. I recant what I said. DreamWorks is great.
I think the difference between DreamWorks and Pixar, and I don't know if this is true anymore, but I certainly think this was the perception years ago, is that DreamWorks churns out movies and series, while Pixar, it seems like they put a lot of thought into the stuff. Not that they're not churning out series, because they have Toy Story and now all of their movies have sequels besides WALL-E.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Inside Out's getting a sequel.
Yeah. But when we're looking at DreamWorks, it's like all of their movies already have 3 sequels, and another one's on the way for something, for How to Train Your Dragon, I think, right?
Yeah. And I think you're right that was more so the case in years past. Yeah, I think that Pixar was very methodical about what they were doing. Now, I think nowadays they have just hooligans running the show over there. It's just like people who, interned at Pixar and then worked their way up, and it's just not the same people who made it and made it what it was.
I mean, that's how companies go, but I think the more Pixar that we get every year, it seems it's definitely going down a road where the profit motivations are higher. It's always been there, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like we need all these sequels.
I agree. That said, I'm perfectly fine with DreamWorks' trajectory with the Kung Fu Panda series. If they want to make a 5th one, I'm down.
Yeah, they're pretty fun so far. So the first one is good. Yeah, I think it's pretty great.
Yeah.
The main character, who voiced by Jack Black, is probably the best choice they could have made for that character.
Totally. Yeah.
The way he speaks, the cadences, the jokes are like, I just love Jack Black, and I really like Tenacious D too. So I think you can definitely hear his humor in his performance.
Totally. I think Poe was. So this is my first time watching any of these movies.
For real?
Yeah, and I just immediately loved Poe. He's just too funny. And thank goodness for Jack Black.
Right.
And the movie itself is I think it had a lot more. It made its story and its mysticism and its mythos, and it made everything about itself way more tangible than I expected. I was in. I thought I was gonna watch, Snake and Monkey and animated characters doing kung fu, and I was like, yeah, that could be interesting in a limited way, but like it was very cool. They just like, they were just like Eastern mysticism, and it's just all in the air in that movie. It was just really good and very, very tangible, very, very good.
Yeah, the world is definitely amazing. Like the fact that it's all set in China, and all of the animals are like local to China, which makes you think like what does the rest of the world look like? Like, are there a bunch of brown, black bears and brown bears in America?
Yeah. The little known fact, the Pixar movie, which I also never saw. Sloths at the DMV. Jason Bateman playing a fox.
Just Disney, but Zootopia.
Zootopia. The Disney movie Zootopia is the wider universe of DreamWorks Kung Fu Panda. So that's what the world looks like.
Right.
Yeah. That's a fact. You can take that to the bank.
Yeah, and I'm going to. And the bank will give me a loan for $100,000, I hope. So I like the world. I like the fighting too. I think the action in the first movie is also my favorite, because it seems more like drawn out, or like the choreography is actually there. By the time we get to the fourth movie, and they just introduce like they get more and more bombastic, but I think that takes away from the fact of like the actual hand-to-hand stuff.
Totally. There was nothing like Tai Lung in the first one. Just going
beating
crazy,
the shit out of people.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, the physicality was great.
And
they had. Sorry, go for it.
Oh, you're good. The scene where the Tai Lung's in the prison is so great, and then it's like what does Oogway say? Something, because he's always dropping those nuggets where he says, trying to stop your future, whatever. Something we've heard a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And then the duck comes in, and it's that one feather. And then he hides it with his tail, and then that whole sequence is great.
Yeah, it really was. That was awesome. The giant, like leaping from falling rock to falling rock, giant leap to the ceiling, like it was all, it was everything a kung fu movie should be, or a mystical kung fu movie anyway.
Right. I mean, especially since it's animated and they have all those liberties. I'm glad that they took them.
Totally. There were some things in like I'd say like in the third one, the thing with the water drop and him basically doing like Tai Chi movements. There were some cool animated choreographies in that movie as well. But yeah, I think you're right that it never got better than the first one. And 2 and 4 were maybe a little bit of a dip.
And I think that's just because the first one's always grounded, and as grounded as this movie could be, but like the stakes were pretty low, but it was still exciting.
Totally.
Because this is like the first movie is all in the valley, and it's all like the valley's problems, and like Tai Lung is from the valley, the Valley of Peace, and when he's like in a prison that is run, I guess, or like associated with the Valley of Peace, and then the other movies just kind of keep widening the world, which is always fun and exciting to see that happen.
Right.
But whenever I'm thinking of movies that I like, I really like the simple stuff like a lot more.
Yeah, I agree. And we've talked about like the John Wick series before, and that's exactly how I feel about the John Wick series, where it's like there's nothing as like wide and big and impressive and awesome and beautiful as the fourth one, but I like the first one better anyway, because the first one created something. It like brought me somewhere that I wasn't already at before.
Exactly. And I think John Wick 1 and Kung Fu Panda are very similar in every sense.
Yeah, same director, same
Uh-huh.
same
Same skadoosh.
same skadoosh. Yeah, they're pretty much shot for shot identical, the two of them.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised Kung Fu Panda didn't sue John Wick.
Yeah, yeah. Also known as Gun Fu Reeves.
Get him. Gung Fu Reeves. I think you beat.
The jokes aren't landing today, man.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're chilling.
I'm out, dude. I'm out of here.
Oh no, you dived into the ocean. If the ocean is what you decide to do, still, you should probably do something sunny.
Or something sunny.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah.
Maybe like a dragon constantly moving in your background. I bet you can find something like that.
I'm sure there's something.
There's a disappointing lack of dragons in this.
Good point.
In all of them, like he's the dragon warrior, and he kind of summons like a spirit dragon. But in this fictional world, there's no actual dragons.
Very good point. That is strange. Yeah, and he doesn't even summon a friggin' dragon essence until the third movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what the heck? Dragon Warrior? Come on. Warrior. DreamWorks.
Get it together.
Make it cohesive.
I think the hard part about talking about these is at some point they kind of blend together. Like all the beats. I thought it was interesting watching them all kind of back to back. You can realize like the through line of them. Like it seems like it's very much about identity and self-worth.
Yeah.
I had another one. Because like in the first one, it's all about like him needing to perceive himself as like pick up the thread, dude. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, like he's needing to like, I don't know, find himself or prove he's worth something.
Mm-hmm.
In the first one. It's about like gaining confidence that he didn't have before via external circumstances, which is like something, but that's not, the end goal of personal development. So his story doesn't end there.
Exactly. And I like how the movies have they're constantly building on each other. Like one movie doesn't really forget the last one. Yeah. Other than when you come to the fourth one and the Furious Five are just gone because they couldn't
not
get
in the movie.
Yeah. They just couldn't get him again, or they wrote him out.
Yeah, that was strange.
Yeah, like why this could have been Tigress's chance to be the Dragon Warrior, and she just
they
just couldn't rehire.
Yeah, can we? I mean, we'll get to the fourth one when we get to it, but can I just right now express my discontentment that the new Dragon Warrior was just someone they introduced in this movie, and that it was Awkwafina? I'm so tired of her. I don't need her.
Oh, I didn't even realize, honestly.
I had my fill of her 6 years ago. I'm done.
What was she in 6 years ago?
I don't know. Something. I'm sure. She's been around a little bit. Let's see. I got this. I'm going to look it up.
Okay. Find out. Find out where your Awkwafina hate started.
I still think that Awkwafina, the brand, needs to send her a cease and desist. But it's actually probably beneficial to them that she does that. So that's probably why they're not. Ocean's 8 was 6 years ago.
Oh, was that?
I wonder if that's the first thing I ever saw, right? Let's see.
I never saw that movie.
It was pretty good. It was not like, it looks like the first thing I ever saw her in would have been Ocean's 8. She actually wasn't bad in that.
I was going to say,
can remember.
The first time I remember seeing her was in the Farewell.
Oh,
where It's about her, and her family is, her grandma has cancer, and her entire family lies to the grandma by not telling her she has cancer. And then they fly to China to, like, they all fake a reason, like a wedding, as to why they all have to meet in China, but it's really just to spend like the last couple days with her.
Jiminy.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
gnarly.
very complex movie. It's good though. I think it's
Okay.
and yeah, Aquafina's in that.
Okay. Yeah, never saw that. But sounds like a better turn than most of what she does.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, hey, Aquafina, be the most ridiculous version of Aquafina you can be. And then they, like, cut her loose. That's how she does most movies.
Like Scuttlebutt in The
Yeah.
Little Mermaid. The Scuttlebutt. Okay, we got to rein it in. Okay, the first movie. Actually, no, fuck it. We don't have to rein shit in. What's your favorite villain besides Tai Lung?
Okay, besides Tai Lung, it's got to be Kai. I really, really wanted to like Shen, the peacock dude. It never quite got there for me.
I think
yeah.
Growing up, I had only ever seen the first two.
Okay.
So I think I originally liked Shen, but on this second watch through, I just didn't like him as much. In fact, part of me thinks the second movie really fails because it should have been the plot of the third movie. Like
Okay.
So like the part where he goes to meet the other pandas should have been in the like, what am I trying to say? So like Shen should have been the villain, or his motivation should have been the motivations of the villain in number 3, because that's when we actually see the pandas. And the number 2 should have been something different. I just think like having double dipping into that, like what's my family like, and it just didn't work for me as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It seems like they made the second movie and then they were like, okay, we have to make a third movie now. Crap, we already talked about his family. Oh, let's just talk about him again.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was juiced a little too, or milked a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know which one I would, if they were to do just one or the other, like, talk about the destruction of his family or reunite him with his village or whatever. If they were to do one or the other, I don't know which one I'd rather have, because I kind of hate the idea of him being the last panda. But it's also, tragedy is good.
Like, I think you can still have the destruction. I just think that Shen should be the villain. Like Kai being the villain of number 3 doesn't have the emotional weight that if it was Shen being the villain for number 3. Because Kai has
that makes sense.
No relation to that village. He has relation to Oogway. Right.
And it just happens to be, well, I guess I was going to say it doesn't just happen. It's because of Oogway. But I was going to say that, like, Chi is at the center of the panda, B story, and it's also at the center of the Kai A story. But I guess that's not by chance. That's because Oogway reconnected Poe with the pandas because of what was happening in the spirit realm. No, you're right though. There wasn't much reason for a never before heard of master villain thing to take center stage in that story.
Yeah. I mean, if they just like flip-flopped where, Oogway passes away and then Kai gets released in the second movie, and then that's when we fight Kai. Like, that would work just as well. And then, like, Shen is the villain for number 3.
Yeah, because he relates to Poe's history.
Yeah. Instead, it just seems like we're crossing wires. But but they work. I don't think that ruins them, but this is just my little nitpick.
That's a good call, man. I wouldn't have thought of that, but I think you're right. That would have worked out better.
Yeah, just a little. That also makes me think, like, to say this obvious statement, they didn't plan out the Kung Fu Panda trilogy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like they planned it out.
Right. I do like have a love-hate relationship with the formula of being like, okay, so what thing that we didn't even let on to in any of the previous movies can we introduce and say is part of this world? Like, that approach is something that I sometimes like because it's cool to see how inventive you can be and be like, well, nothing in the previous one ruled this out, so we can say this was always here, and it's like a nice creative exercise. But then also it's like it's tough if that's all you do, and it's like, okay, well, you're just gonna go from thing to thing to thing and never have to worry about like really connecting anything. It's like that can be weak. But I think overall I liked the constant new stories in the Kung Fu Panda series. But just some of them were stronger than others was all.
I agree. I like the world building, how in every movie they like Po being a nerd for Kung Fu was interesting.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
every time something's happening, he's just shouting out like random lore that you wouldn't know. Oh,
Right.
that's Master. What's one?
Master Rhino's suit of armor or whatever.
Yeah. Or in the fourth one, where they're doing those fights and he's constantly yelling out the moves. Master Warthog's furious tusks of doom or whatever.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Kung Fu geek.
Yeah. So
that is interesting.
And it just gave the world a little spice, and I think that's the exciting part of the world is all the characters that have myths about them that you just kind of learn in passing.
Yeah, that is cool. It's colorful.
Like the movies are.
Yeah.
What do you think of the animation altogether?
I love it. I love the way it looks. Yeah, that's all.
Sweet.
What about you?
Yeah, I like it. Again, the setting it in China was such a good way to give it such vibrant colors and history and aesthetics.
Totally. It really makes me want to go visit rural China. Like I've always wanted to anyway, but it's like, oh yeah, got to get out there.
Gives you the reason or the passion.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, though? If you lost it. Maybe you lost it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Shit. No biggie. No big thing.
No Biggie Smalls.
It was almost certainly something stupid.
No. Don't beat yourself up, bro. But yeah, man. Kung Fu Panda. Give me something.
All right. What was your second favorite one?
Of the probably the third.
I think me too. Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I think I like the dad dynamic and that storyline.
Yeah. Teach you to be the best you thing. That was real fun. I like that.
Yeah, but also his dad. Is it Ping?
Ping is his goose dad,
and
Lee is his panda dad.
Ping and Lee. Yeah, I like that Ping was getting jealous, and then he follows him. It's kind of really cute. Like I like the dynamic of the father-son relationship because that's in all of them.
Right. Yeah. That is good. by the time they're like co-dads, and then they do that for a movie and a half. Like, that was super fun.
In the fourth movie, they have good chemistry together.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think I hesitate, but I think I might. Oh gosh, darn. I think I might like 4 next, and then 2.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think 2 and then 4.
Okay.
And my only reasoning is that I feel like by the time we get to the fourth one, it truly feels like the ideas have kind of run out, and they all reference each other, but this one it's like they reference that that vase of 1,000 dead voices or whatever.
Yeah.
And they break it again, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you just did that in the last movie.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the idea house stopped churning stuff out by the time they did this one.
Mm-hmm. And the glaring Furious 5 thing is just like they do end up showing up, but then you don't hear their voice at all, and
yeah,
it's a little uncanny because they were such a big part of every other movie.
Yep. Yeah, this is true. Actually, you know what, man? I'm with you. 2 then 4.
2 then 4.
Yeah.
It does feel like it's a tighter trilogy than it is a quadrilogy.
Yeah. I'd agree. I don't think I really cared for a chameleon that didn't look like a chameleon, voiced by Viola Davis as the villain. There's nothing about that character that I quite cared for.
I'm realizing now I didn't see the credits for like any of these because I did not know that was Viola Davis, and
I think it was. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm sure it is. You got the knack for voice. What was Lee's actor? Do you know?
Actually, I think I saw that one in the credits, but I'm not remembering what it was. Let me see.
Okay.
KFP3.
KFP3? Oh, Kung Fu Panda 3.
Panda 3. Yeah.
I like it. I like the acronyms.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was Bryan Cranston.
Right.
Lee.
Right. Okay, that's why I
that's
recognized
good.
it.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that freaking Shifu was Dustin Hoffman. Really?
I didn't.
They had that guy do they had him doing yellow voice.
True.
Come on.
Right. That's like if luckily Ping was he's the dad from Everything Everywhere All at Once, I believe.
Yeah, it's that guy. James something.
My roommate pointed out that Ping's voice actor also played a character in Mulan who is also named Ping.
Oh crap. No way.
There's no way that's not on purpose.
That's funny. Huh. Well, good stuff. I can get behind that.
Well, okay. There is a way that it's not on purpose, but I doubt it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't think I realized that J.K. Simmons was Kai in the third one.
Nope. We both should have read the credits, apparently.
Yeah, that's crazy. They got quite the voice cast for these movies.
Is this one of those where real actors keep getting voice actor jobs, and do you find that upsetting? Not really.
I don't find that
real actors. I didn't mean live action actors.
Yeah, real actors. I don't have any issue with it in this style. Mm-hmm. What I don't like is when some new what the holy crap, sorry, is this Bill Skarsgård in a Crow movie?
Yes. You didn't hear about
what
that?
No, I just see a poster for it.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
He's the new Crow.
Wow, but he's so Tall and gangly.
Have you not seen The Crow? That guy's pretty tall and gangly.
Oh no, man! Freaking
Brandon Lee.
Brandon Lee, dude's shredded. I mean, Bill's in good shape, but
yeah, I'm sure Bill went through superhero body. I'm sure he's about to be in a Marvel movie, so he's got to be bulked up, right?
Oh, hopefully. He's also dude's like 6'7". He can't help it.
He's gonna be like his brother in The Northman.
Oh, that was pretty impressive. Cause yeah, he's a tall dude, but he's just
Alexander Skarsgård in the Northman is
not playing around.
So the Crow is weird. So the Crow. I saw something that was like, was it like the director of the first Crow, who said something about like, the first Crow is Brandon Lee's legacy.
Okay.
Because he famously died on set, tragically. And he was kind of upset by that. But then again, I was like, but there's been 4 other Crow movies, like right around that same one.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even know that.
No. So when The Crow comes out, we have to do a Crow marathon.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm scared to get into the sequels because you know they're going to suck. Have you seen them?
Yes.
Okay.
They were all on Netflix right when I was watching the first one. So I just watched them all in a row.
Gotcha.
Who's that guy from, do you know Bones? David Borealis?
Yeah.
He's in one of them.
Oh, interesting.
As the villain.
Okay. Huh.
But yeah, the Crow. Are you excited for that? You've seen the first Crow then?
Not really. Like it's been on the TV when I've been in the room, that kind of thing. But I've never really sat down and watched it.
Okay.
But I'm familiar with the story.
We'll at least watch the first one when that comes out.
Cool. That sounds good. Yeah, that's exciting. Sorry, I totally derailed us. What were we talking about?
Derailing's fine. We were talking about Kung Fu Panda, I think.
Yes. Okay. Kung Fu Panda. And let's see, I clicked onto that from here. So this is where I was. Oh yeah, voice casts. That's what we were talking about.
Just how wild.
I think the thing where it's like, oh, this big new movie from Pixar or Illumination or whatever, where they stack the cast with like 20 or 25 actors that are all like extremely relevant that year, where it's like everyone you know is in this movie. I hate that.
Yeah.
Now, if you just make a movie that has a bunch of people who, like, yeah, most of them are well known, that's fine, because it's like this isn't necessarily their year for like any one of them. They're just people who are known, and it makes it kind of fun to be like, oh, I think that's so and so. You know, I like that.
Like Ellen DeGeneres as Dory, I don't think.
Yeah.
Really was a cultural moment. It was just a good choice.
Right. Totally.
But I think it's interesting that we keep doing this where voice actors are just other actors. I don't know. I guess I don't really have that strong of an opinion on it now that I'm thinking about it. Because if it's a good job, it's a good job. And, like, what's to say that someone can't do something that... But also, voice actors are very specific in what they do, and the fact that they can make so many voices and do so many things and really portray characters purely with their voice. But then when you're listening to Seth Rogen as Mantis, it's like, you know that's just Seth Rogen as Mantis. Right.
Totally. Yeah, I think that it's interesting. There's a special type of person like Hank Azaria who he's just character-y. Like, he's probably from the stage, I don't know, but like he's just really good at like becoming some weird offbeat thing, and that translates super well to live action and super well to voiceover. And you have people like the other guy from The Simpsons, Dan, his name is like Castellanata or something. There's a syllable somewhere that I'm sure I misplaced, but that does like 30 of the voices. That guy, I've seen him do live action stuff, and he's just like, he's kind of nothing. He's like a non-existent presence in live action, but for some reason, he really kills it at voice work.
Yeah.
And then most of these people are the opposite of that, where it's like, it makes sense for them to be screen acting, and not any sense other than recognizability for them to be voice acting.
Yeah, it's just to sell the movie, and it's so shallow. I mean,
yeah,
I still think Poe, Jack Black as Poe, is the best choice ever. But most of the other actors, I'm just wondering, like, would there be that big of a difference if we,
right?
You know, who plays Tigress? Is it Angelina Jolie?
Yes.
Like, if Tigress was voiced by someone else, would that be a big difference? If Crane was voiced by someone else, like,
yeah, that's a good point. Speaking of Crane, so David Cross, he's another person who's like, he's great to have on a voice cast, and he was kind of wasted as Crane.
Yeah,
like Crane really could have been anybody, but David Cross is like, that's a get. Like he probably should have been like Shifu or something. You know, well, I don't know. Dustin Hoffman was great as Shifu, but he should have been more prominent.
Yeah. Is there any more like big moments from the first one that are exciting? That ending battle's cool, and the reveal that the scroll is just a mirror is interesting.
Yeah.
I think the movie series as a whole plays with that a little too much, where the first one, it seems like, oh, it's just random. Like, it didn't need to be Poe that was the Dragon Warrior, but the other movies kind of insinuate that, no, there is this grand scheme to the universe.
Yeah.
Like I thought the reveal of the reflective paper was like, oh, it doesn't matter. But then when we come to the third movie and it's like, I know who's going to defeat you, and I set this in motion years ago.
Yeah.
I just feel like it kind of defeats that reveal that happened 2 movies ago.
One way that I could see it like still being cohesive is if that situation where Oogway, like, you know, he pointed at Poe and he was like, yeah, I saw in you the Dragon Warrior. He's like, it is you. And then when he gets the dragon knowledge and realizes like he doesn't need anything special or whatnot, like that can still work along with the like fate and foreknowledge and stuff like that. If the question of who needs to be the Dragon Emperor was just like an open-ended portion in the Loom of Fate, where it's like, you know, TBD. When we get there, the universe will determine who needs to be there right now. And so, you know, the dragon knowledge won't contain anything that's person specific. It'll just be like, hey, you be you. But the deterministic moment of like Oogway pointing and stuff like that's a decision to be made, but it doesn't have to be anyone specific. I don't know. I feel like on some level they can work together for me, but I might not have it perfectly down.
No, I see that. I see that. I see that. Yeah, that the title is what was going to defeat Kai. It just so happens that Poe has that title or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And Poe's an incredible badass, and who's also very clumsy. And how can he not climb those stairs by now? Like, still.
Yeah, I find it funny how because I thought before ever watching these, I thought the whole point of Kung Fu Panda was like he goes from being just a normal panda to being the Kung Fu master, and it's like he does, but that doesn't stop him from just being like a normal panda. He's not particularly enlightened. He's like not particularly disciplined. Mm-hmm. He's just learned a few things is all, and he has some calling from the universe. And it kind of keeps up like that. He like learns a new thing, and you always think he's gonna turn into this transcendent thing at some point, like Oogway, but no, he's just always there's just always a joke right after everything.
Right. I think that that really leans into the BU portion of all of these movies. BU is that he's just being himself. He doesn't.
BU.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He doesn't need to be Oogway. He just needs to be himself, and we can all be Oogway if we try.
Right.
That's
a good point. That really is the through line.
And you just got to find inner peace. You got to learn how to be a teacher, and you got to pass on your dragon warrior skills to someone else.
Yep.
And then that's I could do that, and I could be Oogway tomorrow.
Yeah. You got to master chi somewhere in there. You can do that by getting killed and getting a staff, or taking years and meditating.
Oh, wait. Sorry, that was a bad one. Here, let me...
Goodness.
Sorry, man. My skills have gotten too good.
It's okay.
So, in the second movie, where... what do you think of the small little, like, technology versus kung fu mastery?
Thought it was interesting. Makes sense for them to explore, like someone using gunpowder for weapons. But I also like the moment that I realized that Shen was like, yeah, he knows kung fu, but he's kind of not anything special. That was a very disappointing moment for me when, because I don't know, he's just so graceful. He's a freaking peacock, and guy's like, you're no match for our kung fu, and he's like, that is true, but I have explosives. I was like, waste of a peacock, dude. Use a freaking, I don't know, a different kind of monkey for that.
Right? You could have used any animal.
Yeah.
Like, no, I agree. I do think that, like ultimately, it should have been more. And that's where the hand-to-hand combat really does start to lose its weight, is because when he's him chucking the cannonballs is a cool scene, but then it's not really followed up by that. I feel like that the same fighting or choreography that I actually want to see.
Yeah, totally. Agreed.
And then the third one kind of gets back to it where I feel like there is a little bit more kung fu, but again, it's just not the same.
Yeah, I do like. Kai he's no Tai Lung, but I do like that they went back to that. He's about hand-to-hand combat. And that was that. What do you call that thing he was using with the chains and the knives on the end? I thought that was cool.
Mm-hmm. And he's constantly pulling people's souls and.
Yeah.
And then like how he uses the souls to like fight people. It's weird that he never used Oogway's soul to fight someone.
Oh yeah, he didn't, did he?
No, and neither did the chameleon. The chameleon never summoned Oogway.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because Oogway is too overpowered.
Yeah.
Because that's what it feels like. Oogway could just destroy anybody with like a blink.
Yeah, totally. That's interesting. Speaking of Oogway. Ooh, excuse me.
It's been a day. It's been a Friday.
It has been.
Speaking of Oogway, though, right?
Speaking of Oogway, wow. Let those syllables turn into mush in your ears. Speaking of Oogway.
Speaking of Oogway.
What am I saying? Speaking of Oogway.
Speaking of Oogway.
Speaking of Oogway.
Speaking of
Not
Oogway.
speaking of language right now.
No. Say it 10 times fast. Speaking of Oogway.
Speaking of Oogway. Speaking of Oogway.
Speaking of Oogway.
That's a weird one. Speaking of Oogway.
Uh-huh.
No, I looked up Kung Fu on Wikipedia and I just like read a little bit about it. And then I found myself over on the Shaolin Kung Fu page, and it was interesting because the myth, legend, whatever, of the guy who founded Chan Buddhism or Khan Buddhism or something like that, which is the underlying philosophy that accompanies Shaolin Kung Fu. The guy that started all that and started the Shaolin Temple and whatnot, he apparently meditated alone in a cave in China, like in that province where the temple is, for 9 years. And after 9 years of meditation, he began to share the principles of this Chan Buddhism philosophy. And they either modeled Oogway directly after that guy, or it was just a happenstance that when talking about mastering Qi, Shifu was like, Oogway spent 30 years meditating by himself in a cave, asking only one question. Thought that was interesting, and might not have been intentional, but probably was. Like, they probably looked a little bit into founding myths and stuff.
Probably is intentional. They just widen the time frame because turtles can live longer.
Yeah, that's more fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool stuff, and I like that, and it gives texture, I think, and I think that's why, like, obviously it's a movie, and beyond that it's a cartoon, and beyond that it's a particularly silly one, and all that. But I think that's why the texture of like what you want out of Eastern mysticism, like the things you like feel might be there, like that comes through in this movie, probably because they sort of tied it to
real things,
real textures. Yeah.
If you were an animal in this world, what do you think it would be? You have to be an American animal though.
Oh
yeah, I know.
Can it be a non-native, like stuff like feral? There are things that are in America now that weren't from here.
No, it has to be.
Because I was going to say peacock.
Ah.
But let's see. I'd be
American buffalo.
That's good. That's really good.
That or a beaver.
Like a beaver. I want to say an American alligator, but they already have a croc in.
You can say American alligator. Yeah, crocodiles and alligators are different, bro.
Yeah.
You're now.
But will it be as cool though as Master Croc? Probably not.
No, probably not. Master Al. See, when you kill someone, right, as a master, you go, see you. No, when somebody kills you. No. When you kill someone, see you later, alligator.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's it. I'm sold. I'm an alligator.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
Kung
just
Fu
trying to get
alligator.
your Florida roots early.
Yeah. Yep.
Is it? Have you seen a crocodile yet? Dumb question.
I have not seen anything since moving here, but when I have previously visited here, I have seen alligators. I went to go like to this spot that I found last time where I saw like friggin' 6 alligators one day. I was like, I'm gonna go there. Last weekend, and I went there, and the park is like closed because they're doing construction on the boardwalk and overlook and stuff. So didn't get to go out to the pond to see the freaking alligators. Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Crawl? It's about hurricane in Florida, which you now have to worry about hurricanes. Which you were from a different hurricane place anyways, right? So it doesn't really...
No. I was in the northern central valley of California. That's pretty removed from any serious weather. Okay. A little bit you get some earthquakes there at worst, but not bad ones.
Yeah, like here, earthquakes.
Yeah.
So it's a Crawl. It's about alligators so this woman goes home and to find her dad during a hurricane, and she goes into the basement where her dad's at, crawl space, I'm sorry. And there's an alligator also down there. And the whole it's just one long movie about her fighting alligators.
Wow.
Or crocodiles. I don't know the difference. I think they're both in Florida.
Is it any good?
Pretty good, yeah.
Okay, sick.
It's better than you think it would be.
Cool. What's scarier, that movie or the 30 seconds of the movie, The Visit, that takes place in the crawl space beneath the house?
I never saw The Visit. Probably the alligator, because alligators are just like the barrel roll that they do. There's no way that's the scariest thing that could probably happen to a man.
Yeah, that is freaky. I don't like that.
Like when it happens in a Pearl, or I mean a X. I think it happens in both.
I never saw that.
Oh, okay.
There's an alligator in X?
Yes. I think it's also
interesting
in Florida too. There's a thing about Florida. There's just a lot of gators.
Yeah.
And then like if you were an alligator and I was a crocodile, you go, "See you later, alligator." You stab him, and then I go, "In a while, crocodile," and I cut him in half.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
Yeah. There's no puns I could come up with a buffalo, though.
Oh, I changed my mind. I need to be a turkey vulture.
Okay. A vulture.
They're not as graceful as peacocks, but...
scary.
Scary. They're scary. Yep.
You're circling someone's head, bro. You're coming down for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're actually, honestly, like... they're not particularly graceful on the ground, but I think they're beautiful in flight. Like they're a really graceful looking bird when they're flying.
Yeah. Demon looking bird.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Let's go to Kung Fu. I mean, is there anything else to say about Kung Fu Panda 3 or 2 or 1? The family stuff is the whole trick thing, where he goes there. All of these movies, twists, I guess you could call them, are seen from a mile away.
Totally. Yep.
Like when you find out the Awkwafina's character is actually evil, though, or even that like she's gonna be the Dragon Warrior, like all that stuff is like basically painted on their foreheads.
Yeah. I think that in that particular case, I didn't like call those out in my mind beforehand, but it was because I
didn't want them to happen.
Like I just wasn't terribly interested. I think I was just kind of passively watching the movie. I was like captive in the movie theater, but I still was just kind of like,
shmee.
Like just wasn't loving it.
Yeah.
It had its moments, but
I think I didn't like the part where in the final battle, the chameleon just takes on the form of a bunch of different things and becomes Kevin 11.
Oh, that's right. Kevin 11.
Was that too deep? Too deep for people?
I don't even know what that is, but I'm assuming it's derived from Ben 10.
Yes.
Okay. Kevin 11. That's great. Yeah, it
So you did know.
I don't know if I like that or not.
There's no way you pull Ben 10 out of your ass without some kind of knowledge there.
Sure, yeah. Like I know what Ben 10 is, but is Kevin 11 like something from Ben 10 or is it like a joke? Oh, yeah. It's like actually in Ben 10.
Yeah, Kevin 11 is the guy that sucks, that can like suck shit. He can suck off shit and that he can become that shit. So like in the original series of Ben 10, he like steals, he touches the Omnimatrix, and nice. He becomes an amorphous blob of a bunch of different aliens.
Interesting. I just assumed that Kevin 11 was some fake character that someone like used as parody for Ben 10 or something.
Right.
Kevin 11. Okay.
Gotta get up on your Ben 10 lore.
Yeah.
Is that where...
Is there a Nate 8?
No, and there is also not a...
A Clive 5?
Yeah, or a...
Thor 4?
You're so good at this. A D3?
A D3?
Anyways. No. There's only a Kevin 11 as far as I know.
Okay.
You can make some shit up, though. Let's hear
Cool.
it. But yeah, I don't like when the chameleon does that because, again, it just takes away from the fun part of it. Like, that's so cliche for it to just be an amorphous whatever.
Right.
Like, she just keep doing the thing where she's switching between all the forms a lot and constantly shape-shifting and, like, introducing all these stuff. Like, just do that the whole time. I don't know why we need...
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that worked, and it was like more. She was the whole point of having a chameleon character is because like their power is that they can deceive. They can be anyone, and so subverting that and just being like, well, I can also be everyone and bigger and better. It's like I don't know. It doesn't really work.
And then she started naming characters we hadn't even seen yet, like Master Scorpion. Yeah. Like, I just want to see Master Scorpion. What the hell does he look like?
Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm betting a scorpion.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing that annoyed me about that is if you look in the crowd of creatures that were other masters that were captured, that bear that she pushes down the stairs is also, like, that same model is used as a bear... a master bear.
Oh, interesting.
I swear to goodness. And I feel like some of the other characters that were in that round table of gangsters were just like their models were just reused.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that friggin' round table, so the one of them was like a badger, right? Mm-hmm. Was that a badger?
I think so.
What was up with, like, it was as though someone animated the body and someone else animated the face because they put all his facial features on the tip of his muzzle. It was like, there's like even like freaking facets where his eyes should go, like up here.
Uh-huh.
But his eyes are down here, like next to his freaking mouth and nose. It was so weird. It was such a weird looking thing.
Like, I didn't notice that one. That sounds crazy though.
I'm going to see if I can find a picture and share it.
Of Master Badger or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the heck he was. Badger Kung Fu Panda 4? Oh, what the?
I mean, the movie is still in theaters, so it'd be crazy if there was a...
True.
A thingy.
There's something called the Badger Twins in Kung Fu Panda, but it not from 4. Huh, whatever. I don't know.
Oh.
I give up. All I know is that Badger was animated freaking weird. Put his face where his face belongs.
Yeah, don't put it all in the nose. DreamWorks. Did you see that trailer for the robot movie?
Oh, yeah, dude. That looks fun. Yeah, man. Was that another DreamWorks?
I think so. It's the same animation style, or similar to Puss in Boots.
Yeah,
I was a big fan of Puss in Boots, too.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a very good one.
Do you have any other thoughts about Kung Fu Schmanda?
Schmung Fu
Shmoo Schmanda.
I think no. Other than, as stated before, I'd be happy for them to make a 5th one. I would love it if they had a new best movie in the franchise. You know what I mean? Like 3 outdid 2. If they came out with 5 and it outdid 2 and 3 and 4. You know, that'd be freaking cool.
Yeah, I think they just need to drop either bring back the Furious 5 or just don't mention them at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Or kill them off screen. I don't care.
Yeah. Brutally, not even off screen. Just
I want to see them Final Destination league.
Viscera.
Everywhere. I want to see that monkey hung by its tail. I want to see the mantis actually get his head bitten off by the mantis.
Oh man. Well, okay. I got one for you.
Okay.
What are you doing with Kung Fu Panda 5? What's your character's story? What you got? What you doing?
Oh goodness. I mean, as much as you don't like Awkwafina, I think Awkwafina becomes the main character.
Okay.
And Po. Oh, but then it can't be Kung Fu Panda. I think Po and Awkwafina are a team still, but it's more that Po is teaching Awkwafina how to defend the valley. And then we have Awkwafina defending the valley. So it becomes more grounded again.
Cool. Yeah. I like that.
But then we're not forcing Po out completely.
Yeah.
What's the villain, though?
Another panda. We haven't been there. A jacked panda. The only panda that's not a big fat panda.
Yeah.
It's a panda, a carnivorous panda. Lives on a fish diet.
Have you ever heard of a sloth bear? Are sloth bears from...
I've heard of a sun bear, which has kind of a slothy look to it.
Aren't sun bears from...
I think they're from India. I'm not sure.
Of Southeast Asia. Where is Southeast
Asia? All right. Oh, yeah, sun bears are ugly sons of guns. That would be a good villain.
And they're really popular right now. So, yeah. I mean, I don't think that's in China, but I think they could definitely do whatever the hell they wanted.
For sure. Yeah, he's a transient. Ooh, that'd be fun. Take a guy who's just some guy who's just passing through, seems to be of no consequence, and just juice him, just turn him into like this uber threat that you just would never see coming.
I think the sun bear would be the best option. Make him creepy, make him uncanny.
Yeah,
like he's a dude in a suit. Like make him like
right
floppy like this. He's like the drunken master. He's like a drunken master.
Totally. Also, when you said like this, I didn't have the call on my screen. Oh, yeah. Okay. Totally.
Well, like he's flopping, like he's a guy in a suit.
Totally.
I think we
need that.
That's Kung Fu Panda 5.
Kung Fu Panda 5.
Rip
you
it
heard
and
it here
ship
first. The sun bear.
And
a transient who is creepy as F.
Mm-hmm. And if any of this shows up in the new movie, DreamWorks, get a fucking lawyer. Okay. I think we're good. I think we've rated them all. I don't think we need to do... Okay, we'll just do Kung Fu Panda 4. How many Gran Turismos?
Oh, I'm going to say...
I'd say half a Gran Turismo.
That's good. And that was where my mind was headed. Half a Gran Turismo.
I think the first Kung Fu Panda might be a Gran Turismo, though.
Yeah, I'd say so. I like it a lot.
I know you didn't watch them as a kid, but I did. And
yeah.
Very nostalgic.
And it's good. It's good, I'll admit.
So, and you're saying when on TikTok and stuff, you haven't seen people blind ranking things on like podcasts and stuff?
No.
Okay. Well, you'll have to find some of those because you're our TikTok guy, and then edit this like those. Maybe I'll find some. And we can
interesting. Okay.
But I'm going to give you two categories. First, we're going to start with Pixar movies, and I'm just going to tell you Pixar movies 1 through 6, and you have to rank them without knowing the next one.
Oh, and interesting.
You just have to try to get the perfect list.
Okay. That's cool. I like that.
So we're going to start Elemental.
4.
Okay, so this one.
Yes.
So we got Elemental at 4. What about Toy Story 3?
1.
Really? You're gonna use the 1 spot?
Yep, because it'll be tough for any Pixar movie, of the next 4 to be one that beats Toy Story 3. That'll be tough.
I'm gonna give you a layup. Finding Dory.
Oh, 6. Never even saw it.
Really? Oh, I should have.
Get out of here.
Nemo then. Incredibles.
Oh, 2.
2? Damn.
This is easy. I'm nailing it.
Monsters, Inc.
Oh, crap. Did I already use 3?
Yes. Oh, no, you haven't yet.
Okay. And I can't change stuff, right?
Nope. That's the point of it being blind.
Then Monsters, Inc. is 3. Actually, I think I'd do that anyway. Yeah, 2 then 3.
So you think the next movie is automatically a 5. WALL-E.
Yep. Did I just do this perfectly? On
you
accident?
really?
No, WALL-E over Elemental. Elemental 5. So I messed up on one of them. I messed up. But it was so close to being perfect. So close.
We got Toy Story 3, Incredibles, Monsters, Inc., Elemental, WALL-E, Finding Dory. You're so close.
Yep, so close.
The next one we're going to do, and you have to think about this, we're going to do DreamWorks series.
Okay.
So you have to think of this as an entire series.
Okay.
Let's start with Kung Fu Panda.
Huh. And it's out of 6 again?
Yep.
Kung Fu Panda sitting at number 2.
Okay. Madagascar. This does include the penguins.
I think I'm gonna differ from most people on this. I don't have much use for the Madagascar movies. I'm gonna say 5.
5. Okay. Yeah. How to Train Your Dragon.
3.
3. I think this.
You wanted me to say 1. I'll say it. 1. 1.
You want it at 1?
We're doing it. We're saying 1
Shrek.
Because. Oh, shit.
You had to know I was going to put Shrek in there.
Yeah. But my thinking, and now I'm just questioning this altogether. But my thinking was that the worst sequels, sort of like Shrek 1 is fantastic. 2 is pretty dang good. But the worst sequels carry a lot of weight. So as a series, I think Shrek S3 I think might be appropriate.
Okay. What about Trolls?
What do I have left?
You've got 4 and 6.
Oh crap. 4. Trolls is good though.
And then I think this is fair. Boss Baby.
Yeah, I suppose. But it's good also.
So we got How to Train Your Dragon, Kung Fu Panda, Shrek, Trolls, Madagascar, Boss Baby.
I am not ashamed of that list at all.
Okay.
I think I like how that came out. Yeah.
Better the second time.
Yeah.
Now you just got to figure out how to edit that all.
Okay.
I mean, I could tell you it's like, it's me and you, and then when I name one, you have like the numbers out already.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just put them where like a picture where the anyways, you'll figure it out. Or you
cool. Okay. I got something for you.
Okay.
You're gonna be ranking. If I can get myself to the right Wikipedia page.
Okay.
You're going to be ranking bear species.
Okay.
All right. So, let's see here.
I think there's only 5 types of bears.
Oh, there are so many.
Or maybe 6 or 7. There's not that many.
So many bears.
Is this like a Dwight impression?
Something like that. Okay.
False. Black bear.
Starting with the spectacled bear.
Is that a real bear?
It is.
How many places? Well, out of what?
We're going to go 6. 6 places.
Okay. Spectacle bear.
Oh, yeah, you get to look it up, huh? This isn't...
Oh, my God. That guy's so cute. That is 6.
He's the...
I think the cub bear alone gets me up to 3.
Sick. Okay. Yeah, I think it's the only living species in the short-faced bear line, whatever that is. Okay, so
you just read that from Wikipedia, you bitch.
Yes, sir. I sure did.
Okay, so the spectacled bear.
Next is the polar bear.
1, easy.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, man. Biggest, most deadly, can kill anything. Yeah, I support that.
Whenever I've seen a polar bear clip where they're like attacking something, that's the scariest clip you could see.
It is, dude. It is. And it's interesting because you got we'll talk about it after you've ranked them all.
Okay.
The Kodiak bear.
Kodiak.
It's like
I think
it's like it's like a subspecies of Alaskan grizzly. It's like the biggest brown bear that there is.
Okay. 4.
Damn.
I don't know the logic.
Giving it rough to the Kodiak bear.
I mean, let's. Oh, it's like a grizzly. I can't.
So rank it on it being
a grizzly.
Let's.
No, I'm keeping it. I already said it.
Okay. Yeah, I think maybe it wouldn't be fair for me to put Kodiak and then separately like other grizzlies because it is just a big grizzly. So yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Next is. Let's see. Let's get. Okay. The panda bear.
Right. Keep it themed. Keep it to Kung Fu Panda. I think that's an easy 2.
2. Cool. I like that.
So now I got 5 and 6 open. What do you got for me?
We're gonna subvert expectations a little bit is what we're gonna do. And
give me one that's not actually a bear.
Yep.
What do you think of the red panda?
Bro, when you said sloth bear earlier,
I
didn't realize that is a different thing than the sun bear. It's like its own thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that sucker.
I only know that because I play Zoo Planet and they have.
Nice.
Okay.
That's cool.
But
we're not ranking sloth bear.
Oh.
We're gonna go deep cut. How about extinct.
Oh,
nothing but extinct bears. Oh, well. Hold on. Holding. Okay. We are gonna go with an extinct bear.
Okay.
And it is. I gotta verify this because I'm not sure this is actually a bear.
Brown bear. Oh my god, dude, I'm unlocking a fucking memory. Brown bear, what do you see?
I don't know what that is.
What? It's like a children's book?
Yes, sir. 3 bags full.
Yep.
No, I don't know that one. Damn it. Okay, bear.
Give me another bear.
So bear dogs are not bears, but they're an extinct thing.
Bear dogs.
Okay. So sloth bear. We're doing sloth bear.
Right.
Because it's
5.
It's better than the sun bear. 5. Okay. Sloth bear 5. And we are not, and I mean not, doing the black bear.
Okay. Or the sun
bear. So
we
are instead, or the sun bear, we are instead doing So many interesting bears. Man.
Really
I'm gonna get you one. I'm gonna get you a good one here. Good one coming up. Coming right at you. Coming right at you.
With your bears.
Curveball. The red panda. It's not a bear.
6.
6. Okay, it is quite literally the worst bear because it's not one.
Yeah, exactly.
So 6. Red panda. No black bears up in this.
Right, because black bears are automatically the best. So it's like it wouldn't even be fair to put them on the list. What's the best?
They're automatically
False
something.
Black bear.
False black bear. Dude, I think you did good though. Polar bear at number 1, I support that. Panda bear number 2, you gotta love them. Spectacle bear, yeah, it's like what is that? Kodiak bear. I might put Kodiak bear higher myself, but this is good.
I mean, if it's grizzly, maybe grizzly it would be at 3 for me.
Okay.
Because grizzlies are so big and fluffy and deadly, and they.
Kodiaks are the biggest grizzlies, if I understand correctly.
Right. Well, I already took up my spot number 3.
That's true.
Bear, so it's like, maybe I failed.
That was pretty good though. I mean, and who'd have known that? You left your 6th slot open, and it was the crappiest bear. So good job.
Could have been the sun bear too, and that would have also been bad.
Would have worked. Yeah. Polar bear, panda bear, spectacle bear, Kodiak bear, sloth bear, red panda. That is bears ranked.
That is the list.
Black bears don't count.
Okay. Well, now that we're done with the bears, you got any other list for me to figure out?
Yeah. Speed round. We're doing mustelids. Yellow-throated marmot.
Okay, you lost me. Anyways, I don't know what a yellow-throated marmot is, or what a mustelid is.
A gnarly weasel.
Yellow. We're not actually doing this, but I'll at least look what a yellow-throated marmot.
Oh, it's not a marmot. Martin. That's what I meant. Yellow-throated martin. A marmot's like a freaking a woodchuck.
That guy's pretty cute. What are we gonna talk about next time?
Ooh, doggy. Dude, there's some stuff coming out. Freaking... What's it called?
Godzilla vs. Kong.
That is also coming out. We should probably talk about that. But Dev Patel, John Wicking it up.
First Omen and Monkey Man.
First Omen, I forgot about that. Yeah, Monkey Man is the one I was thinking of. Dude, we got some good options up in this couple of weeks.
When would be the... Did you watch the Beetlejuice trailer?
No, there's a trailer out?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
It looks pretty good.
I did just find out that it's called Beetlejuice, though, and I think that's very clever. And they're going to do a third one, if that's what they're doing.
No, because then he would just be in every movie theater. Because they'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm seeing Beetlejuice tonight.
Blank.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think the only thing that's weird about it is that it looks like a modern movie now, and I think I'm getting worn out by some, like, the modern movie look. I think we need to move past it and go to something else.
Gotcha.
At some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get that.
It looks a little Ghostbusters Afterlife to me when it should be.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for joining in on our Kung Fu Panda-a-thon. Next time we're going to be watching Monkey Man, The First Omen, and Civil War. And that should be it. So,
looking forward to it.
Here we go. Thank you for coming.
Peace out.